people that try to do bodily harm with me. They will be in the house with Puff. You're not paying me and you're not respecting me. And that's the real problem. When people see me, they just see me agitated, but they don't know why. It's a funny game y'all playing behind the scenes.
Rap legend Mase has broken his silence and exposed some shocking secrets about his former friend and mentor, Diddy. The two have a long history, but now, it seems Mase is ready to reveal what really went down behind the scenes at Bad Boy Records. From financial disputes to dark personal secrets, Mase isn't holding back. What does this mean for Diddy? And could this spark a major fallout in the hip-hop world? Stay tuned as we dive into the details.
Interview I did with him, right? He made a comment in this interview and he said that Biggie and Puffy wasn't that close as Puffy makes it seem. What you think about him saying that?
I don't believe they were. I don't believe they were that close because Big used to always clown him. You understand? You know, but Big needed him just as much as he needed Big. And I think that it was basically just a business type situation, but they were cool. But Puff had robbed Big and Big was robbing Puff. Those games you don't play like that with your friends or nobody, especially when there's money involved. Big learned the game. Big seen how, through his management, Puff was robbing him and had robbed him.
For years, rumors of a strained relationship between Mase and Diddy have swirled, but nothing could prepare fans for Mase's latest revelations. In a recent interview, Mase claimed that Diddy took advantage of him and other artists signed to Bad Boy Records. Mase accused Diddy of shady business practices, alleging that the mogul held onto publishing rights and withheld millions of dollars in earnings.
Yeah, that is weird, man. I never knew about that, man. You never told me about that, man. But to get back to this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he also alleges that, you know, Diddy, he will grope his genitals and he will grope his anus.
My man, I didn't understand that one right now because his anus is your asshole. His genitals is his nut. So I guess he had to be naked when Puff was doing that. Where was he at? What was he doing? Because he said that they never had sex. If you read it in the thing, they never had sex. He made claims that they never had sex, but how would he grope your anus? Your asshole. How would he play with your genitals?
Yeah, it don't make sense. I mean,
it don't make sense. How you wake up butt the F naked with two other men in the bed with Diddy and nothing happened? I think he was just trying to save face, man.
But do you think it's a possibility that he meant that, you know, Diddy will grope his, you know, butt, you know, instead of anus? I mean, because I'm trying to figure out how does that work, you know, somebody groping your anus.
You're going to say your butt. The lawyer would say, what do you mean? He would say, my butt cheeks. There's a such thing called butt cheeks. Your two cheeks. He said anus. The anus is the asshole. How did he get that far? Lil Rod, you gotta say no to Diddy sometime. No, that shit ain't funny, man. But you gotta say no.
So from you reading the lawsuit, right, you feel like he had relations with Diddy?
When me being a former investigator, I think Lil Rod was trying to save face on certain things, that he had somewhat of a relationship or he was doing some things with Diddy that he didn't want to really come out in that fashion. Because there's no way that he gonna wake up and his anus is hurting and his genitals is all over the place and he's in the bed after being drunk or drugged and saying nothing happened. And you think that Diddy gonna be in the bed with 3 other men and nothing happened? It doesn't sound logical. If we're reading and believing what he said in those papers. If you woke up in bed and you was drunk or intoxicated on ecstasy, on whatever drugs that they put in there roofied you or whatever, and you not and you not feeling right, something is wrong. Wouldn't you say? Something is wrong. He didn't say, we woke up with all my clothes. He said, we woke up buck the F naked in those papers. So if he butt naked in those papers, it is what it is.
This has led many to question the ethics of Diddy's empire and wonder if other artists may have been treated the same way. The allegations have cast a shadow over Diddy's legacy. Mase didn't stop at financial grievances, he also delved into Diddy's personal life, hinting at darker secrets. Without going into explicit detail, Mase implied that Diddy's control over his artists extended beyond business and into their personal lives. Mase claimed that Diddy created a toxic environment at Bad Boy Records.
I'd fuck the shit out of Diddy. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Like, you know, Diddy's attractive, you know what I'm saying? Get him off with like a bottle of Ciroc, like, you know, shot of Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? He got plenty of Ciroc, like, you know what I'm saying? Get him fucked up, you know, I'll fuck, like. Actually, I got a website that I'm about to start a movement. It's called I Wanna Fuck P. Diddy Movement. That's you know, my agenda for the rest of the semester. You know,
are you gonna start a Kickstarter for that?
I'm gonna start a Kickstarter. You know, I'm gonna set it to like a meal ticket, and like, you know what I'm saying, if I can reach a meal ticket, like I'm gonna drop me and P. Diddy's sex tape. That's something I would love to do. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, Diddy is like a very attractive person. You know what I'm saying? I've always been infatuated with how he dances, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was something about like the arms and shit. Like, I used to just be like, yo, it's just sexy, yo. Like no, like pause, like no homo, like let's really be honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Diddy thick, yo. Like, you ever seen a nigga like, you know, like, you ever seen a nigga like in some like tight shit? Like, that nigga thick, yo. And I was like, yo, that nigga like got a nice shape, like.
Manipulating his artists for his own gain. While these allegations are yet to be proven, they've reignited debates about the exploitation of artists in the music industry, particularly those who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. The hip-hop community is buzzing, and everyone's wondering if others will step forward with similar stories. This isn't the first time Mase has publicly aired grievances against Diddy. In 2020, Mase called out Diddy in an Instagram post, demanding that the mogul give him back his publishing rights.
You told me before that you was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
Okay, this is boxer. His name's Twan. He's from our neighborhood. He was married to Tanisha Arnold. So the broad played Pam on Martin Lawrence. We went to the party with her. I mean, it was matter of fact, it was a set it off party. Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was just seemed like Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with a big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay enough. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something. But I seen it there. Matter of fact, MC Lyte pulled off with Tanisha Arnold. You know what I'm saying? In her brand new 560, black one. Yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, that's some weird ass shit going on, you know? Yeah.
And what was Tupac doing at the party, yo?
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know how they fucking fell out or nothing like that. They was road dogs, you know what I'm saying? They even got pictures of them. He got on that blue sweater with the turtleneck, him and him hugged up like this with the black hat. Have you ever seen that picture?
Nah, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure I came across it.
Yeah. That picture there, they was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit. That whole fucking, yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, bunch of, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no gay basher or none. I mean, none of that shit, but that shit ain't right, you know what I'm saying? That shit, that whole party was weirdoed out. Yeah, and it was Jada Pickett, but.
You saying the whole party was weird. What did you see at the party that made it weird? I mean, I'm confused.
I guess it was the Illuminati. It's just weird. I know I wouldn't want to be part of no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm from the old school, dude, and that shit wasn't really tolerated with my generation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hate crime, yes, but it's more tolerated these days and nothing like that. It's more, you know what I'm saying, more open now, you know what I'm saying? But back then it was kind of fishy, you know what I'm saying? Still kind of fishy.
Mase claimed he was only paid $20,000 for his publishing, despite selling millions of records. At the time, Diddy did not respond to the accusations, but now, with Mase's latest revelations, the situation has escalated. Fans and industry insiders are questioning whether Diddy will finally address these claims or continue to remain silent. The tension between the two is palpable, and the drama doesn't seem to be dying down.
It's more, you know, out there now.
The incident y'all had with Warren G and Kid Frost. Tell me about that, my man.
Okay, Kid Frost had gave a party at the House of Blues. One of our big homeboys wanted to go with us. You know what I'm saying? So he went with us and he said, ooh, you young niggas have fun. So one of Kid Frost's homies still on my big homie. But he didn't know that he was around, it was maybe about 20 of us. So the dude that socked my big homie, we beat the dog shit out of him. So my big homie, he came to. He like, that's the motherfucker? We like, yeah. And there was 2 security guards had him. Had the dude that we beat up from Kid Frost entourage. So my big homie knocked that motherfucker out while the yellow jacket, you know, the yellow jackets with the event security, they had the dude. So my homie still knocked him out. Boom! So the dude with the yellow jacket was talking shit. Man, what the fuck is wrong with him? My homeboy knocked out him too. Bam! Like, woo! So the other one like, man, he got back. The little Jamaican dude come up talking shit. Man, you going crazy? My homeboy socked him too. So we went down to get our car for valet. And it was the dude, it's LBC. And he like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's Long Beach City Crip. So my homeboy knew this dude was an imposter. If you from Long Beach, you gonna say rolling 20s or insane. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're a real block boy. You know what I'm saying? 19th Street. You gonna say something. A real Crip. So this nigga say he's from Long Beach City Crip. My homeboy like, wait a minute. And knocked him out too. So Warren G and them was down there, him and Cedric Wallace waiting on their cars. And they seen my homeboy get busy like that. So they had left before us. Went up to Fat Burgers. So we came, got in our shit. They finally brought our cars for valet. We went up to Fat Burgers. And Warren G and Cedric Sabalas was up there already. You know, eating their shit and shit. So we came in there. The big homie like, hey, motherfucker. He pointed at Cedric Sabalas. Like, man, you been dumping us for years, mother. I'm losing all my motherfucking money betting on your motherfucking ass. So Warren G was right there. He like, my homie like, man, that's a nice ass watch. So he like, man, let me try that on. You know what I'm saying? So by then, my homeboy, somebody got my homeboy attention, and he turned his head. Shit, Cedric Sabalas and what's his name was in the, he was in a ragtop 500 Benz. This motherfucker like jumped off. I mean, he drove up off the motherfucker. He didn't even pay attention to the curve. He jumped off of the curve instead of using the, you know, the driveway. That shit was funny as mother. My homeboy like, damn, he almost bust his whole fucking engine block. Yeah, that shit was funny as a motherfucker. Like, damn. Yeah.
Diddy, who has long been regarded as one of the most successful and influential figures in hip-hop, has faced similar accusations in the past. Several artists who were once signed to Bad Boy Records have complained about their treatment under Diddy's leadership. Some, like the Lox and Black Rob, have voiced their dissatisfaction with the way they were compensated. However, Mase's allegations are perhaps the most damaging, given their close personal and professional history. If true, these revelations could tarnish Diddy's reputation and raise questions about how he built his empire.
Meek Mills. Well, he said a Philly rapper. You understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mills, one of the street guys that came out of there, got caught up in this Hollywood shit. This Hollywood shit, whereas that he's dressing like, he dressing the same shit. He dressing like Diddy? Hugged up with Diddy? I think that Lil Rod know a lot of shit, but I know this. Two men dress alike, it's just like two men laying down. When they both get up, they both homos. And that's real talk, bruh. My man, you go to a party, dog, and the nigga got the same shirt you got on, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm walking around in a t-shirt. And then, not to blow Meek Mills up out the water or anything like that, it was said that they checked his Google search and all the other shit, and he was searching for some online gay porn and all the other shit like that.
Oh, wow.
That shit is crazy, bro. But listen, those are what, you know, it's crazy that money, that lifestyle, and you trying to fit into something get you. These guys never set out to do all this shit. Meek Mills, when he got into the game, he didn't set out to be questioning about his manhood with Diddy. But he put himself in that position.
Fans of both Mase and Diddy are divided over the latest bombshells. Some support Mase, arguing that he's finally getting justice for years of mistreatment, while others believe Mase is just bitter and trying to stir up controversy for attention. The debate has spilled over onto social media, with fans passionately defending their respective sides. With the lines drawn, it's clear that this feud has reignited old tensions and opened a new chapter in the long-running saga between Mase and Diddy. As the story continues to unfold, fans are left wondering if there's more to be revealed. The fallout from Mase's revelations has raised important questions about the music industry's treatment of artists.
First and foremost, I just want to say, I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that, because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube, or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen, and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that. because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper.
Many are pointing to this scandal as yet another example of how young, up-and-coming musicians are exploited by powerful industry figures. The stories of artists losing control of their work and being financially manipulated are all too common. Mase's allegations against Diddy have brought this issue back into the spotlight, and many are calling for greater transparency and fairness in the way artists are treated. Will this lead to change, or will the industry continue to operate in the same way?
I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. And he was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well. You know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day and they tried to, you know, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man. But you know I ain't taking no losses. Yo, you good, and that was it. Bruh, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Right. Yeah, that's
That was
wild.
crazy. Yeah, it was real wild.
With the spotlight now on Diddy, the mogul's response or lack thereof will be crucial in determining how this story plays out. Will Diddy come forward to defend himself and clear his name, or will he allow the allegations to continue without a public statement? So far, Diddy has remained silent, but the pressure is mounting. Fans and media alike are eager to hear his side of the story, especially as Mase continues to speak out. The coming days and weeks will likely be critical in shaping the future of Diddy's career and legacy. As for Mase, his revelations could mark a turning point in his career. Once one of the biggest names in hip-hop, Mase left the industry at the height of his fame and later became a pastor. Now, with his return to the spotlight, Mase seems determined to speak out about the injustices he faced in the music business.
Wow, man, I still can't believe what I seen. And I remember you told me that, you know, Diddy, he smacked his own mom. And to be honest with you, man, I really didn't believe it. But after seeing that video of him and Cassie and what he did to her, I believe it now, man.
Well, yeah, listen, bruh, Kirk Burrows, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother. Kirk Burrows even said it on somebody's platform that he smacked his mother. It may have been your platform that he said that. I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. And we was in the limousine. We was on, was it 20 West 19th Street or 5 West 19th Street? That was the first bad boy office when they came into Manhattan. Not the Scarsdale shit. I'm talking when they got the first official bad boy office in Manhattan. Yo, his mother got in the car. He was on the phone talking about somebody or something. And then he said to his mother, yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business? Yo, I want to snatch the fucking shadow off him. I said, boy, who you talking to? I said, if you ever talk to your mother like that again, around me, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Now, people don't know and people don't understand. Not only was I one of the leaders of the same gang, I had been around Puff and I seen him. Like when them kids ran him down the block the whole 9 yards. Me and Puff had been dealing with each other from the red zone to the building when they had unsigned hype and all that. So y'all thinking that, oh, this is his bodyguard and everything like that. Y'all call them OGs, y'all call them lieutenants and everything like that. I was one of the leaders of the same gang at the time. And I'm not gonna let him, as a man and as a person that I am, disrespect his mama. I said, boy, if you ever talk to your mama like that again around me, I'm gonna beat the...
His courage to stand up to a powerful figure like Diddy has earned him respect from many, though it has also attracted criticism from those loyal to Diddy. Whether or not Mase's allegations will lead to real change remains to be seen. Mase's bombshell revelations about Diddy's dark secrets have sent shockwaves through the music industry. With accusations of financial exploitation and manipulation, Mase has opened a can of worms that could have far-reaching consequences for Diddy's empire.
Let me just say this to you right now. If she wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no business. And Miss Combs sit there and quiet as a church mouse. And he ain't say nothing. He ain't say a word. Because he knew I was serious. I wasn't playing with him. Now, I said this before on your channel. Any man that put his hands on his mother or disrespect his mother, an ice cube in hell wouldn't last. On the way he feel about a damn woman. He'll quick to put his hands on a woman like that if he do his own mama.
And you said that Kirk Burrows, because I remember I did the interview with him, man, and he a good dude, man. He definitely don't come across like a liar. But you said that he told you personally that he seen Diddy smack his own mom.
I could believe that. I could believe Kirk Burrows. I could believe it. I believe Kirk Burrows when he said that. Kirk has no reason to lie. on Diddy, when in fact, he lied for Diddy and went to jail for Diddy. But that's what happens when you love somebody.
What you mean he went to jail for him? I never heard that before. He went to jail for Diddy?
The federal government was looking for information. Yo, bro, they've been looking for stuff on Puff for a long time. And Kirk Burrows was hiding documents and ledgers and all this other stuff. And he got caught trying to take him out of his house. And they end up getting all the stuff anyway. So, you know, he was trying to invade whatever they wanted or whatever they was trying to do.
So alleges that Diddy forced him to watch a video of Stevie J having sex with a man.
Who, Little Stevie? Huh? Who, Stevie? What Johnson used to call him, Stevie? Yo, I read that, man. I don't know if you know this, but then maybe they have a tape that we didn't see because the pictures was a little vague. There was an exotic worker came out and said that was him and not Stevie J. But in order for them to put that in there, they must have clearly thought it was Stevie J or think it's Stevie J. But you got to get this, Art. Check this out. He knew that this kid admired Stevie J and loved the work Stevie J had done in the industry in the past. This kid looked up to Stevie J. Now, what if Puff told him that that was Stevie J in the tape? And the guy looked like Stevie J. He did facial, his face was fixed like he was doing some of the faces Stevie J be making. You understand? So now, the kid could have been drunk, kid could have been high. He was like, yo, Puff could have been like, yo, you talking about, this is somebody you admire? Look what he doing. This Stevie J right here. Now, in that kid's mind, he may have thought that was Stevie J, or he think that's Stevie J. If Puff told him that was Stevie J, it was Stevie J. So people can't say, oh, he lying and everything like that, because we really don't know what was said, but the kid said he told him, this is somebody I admire, this is somebody you got high aspirations for, that you want to be like. Look and see what he doing. This is what you should be doing too. Wow, that was crazy.
And you knew Stevie J, right?
I knew Stevie J real well, bro. I knew Stevie J when he was with Bad Boy, one of the hitmen. When him and Puff fell out, I used to take Stevie J around and everything, bodyguard him in certain places and everything. Stevie J was one of those dudes. He was a good brother, but he always wanted to be seen.
And when you hear these allegations, right, you knowing Stevie J, do you think it's possible that he could be gay?
Well, I don't know his sexuality, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. You understand? And by cocaine being a hell of a drug, and he indulging with Diddy like that, and now he's invited to the Diddy parties. In that whole thing, you read it, he said that Diddy said he was having sexual relationship with Stevie J. So all I can say is this, man. If two men lay down, how many homos get up?
Two.
In my book. That's all you can say, man. You don't know. You know, unless you catch them in an act like that. You understand what I'm saying? But if he said, Puff said that he laid down with Stevie J and two men lay down, two homos get up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a quote, man. And if I'm not mistaken, Stevie J, he was with you the night Big got killed, right?
Yeah, Stevie J was there. Stevie J was there. And as soon as Big died, he was supposed to get on a plane with us, with them, and go to New York. He rushed to Faith Hotel. Rushed just to the hotel. He was wearing my cross and my chain, right? I said, Stevie, I'm not selling you my cross. My cross got blessed. He said, let me wear it. I said, yo, okay, bruh. He gave me $1,500 for the chain and then never paid me for the cross. Ended up giving Faith the cross and the chain to give to little Chris Wallace. That's what he said he did with it.
You think it's a chance he was cracking Faith back then?
I don't know what he was doing, bruh, but it's funny they end up now. It's funny he ran to Big's wife when he got murdered.
The tension between the two has been building for years, but now it seems to have reached a breaking point. Will Diddy respond to these allegations?
Looking at this lawsuit, right? Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy camp?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows, the white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp. But yet and still you praise him.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Or will he continue to stay silent? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and the hip-hop world will be watching closely. Stay tuned to Know Some for more updates on this explosive story.